Yes, gentlemen, our topic in this meeting is about democracy and democracy of Pancasila. Kita akan bicara tentang demokrasi, and in konteks Indonesia, we call as demokrasi Pancasila. Dalam bahasa Indonesia, di dalam konteks Keindonesiaan, kita sering mendengar demokrasi Pancasila. So, what is the democracy and what is demokrasi Pancasila? Here it is. Uh, Talking about democracy, ladies and gentlemen, democracy refers to rule by the people. Define a concept of democracy. Democracy is defined as the rule by the people. It means authority come from the people. Jadi kalau kita definisikan secara sederhana,
Hai Kak.
adalah otoritas yang berasal dari rakyat atau kekuatan ada dalam rakyat. Karena konsep of democracy is from rakyat, for rakyat, by rakyat, from rakyat, by rakyat, by people, from people, by people, for people. So the highest position in the context of democracy in the political system is the people. Jadi kalau bicara kita demokrasi adalah sebuah sistem dalam ketatanegaraan di mana the power is in the people. Kekuasaan itu ada di rakyat. And president, vice president, governor are elected by the people. Parliament Parliament is elected by the people. Jadi the power in the context of a political system in not only in Indonesia, the supreme power are from rakyat or from people. So core elements of democracy is popular sovereignty. Kedaulatan itu ada di tangan rakyat, political equality, kesamaan dalam hal politik, rule of law, negara hukum, protection of right, perlindungan terhadap hak-hak asasi, free and fair election. Ya, termasuk di dalamnya adalah pemilihan umum yang bebas dan adil. Accountability of leaders, termasuk pemimpin yang accountable, pluralism, and minority right. Jadi, in the context of demokrasi, kita harus memberikan beberapa underline, di mana kedaulatan itu ada di tangan rakyat, ada politik kesamaan, ada aturan atau hukum yang berlaku, kemudian perlindungan terhadap hak-hak setiap orang, kebebasan dalam pemilihan, kebebasan dan keadilan dalam pemilu, pemimpin-pemimpin yang accountable, menjaga dan mengawal pluralisme dan juga hak-hak minoritas. So now we are going to talk about the democracy of Pancasila. It is only in Indonesian context. Jadi kalau kita bicara demokrasi in Indonesian context, we are familiar with what we call as the demokrasi Pancasila or demokrasi Pancasila itu apa gitu ya. It's important to understand more about it. Okay. In Indonesia, constitutional democracy grounded on Pancasila and five principles. Jadi demokrasi Pancasila adalah demokrasi rooted from the five principle Pancasila. Demokrasi rooted from Pancasila. Panca it means five, sila it means principle. There are five principles that supported of the democracy in Indonesian perspective. Jadi ada 5 sila yang mempengaruhi sistem demokrasi kita di Indonesia. there are some key traits, key point that's important to explain, to discuss together. First, in the context of democracy of Pancasila, the first point is musyawarah mufakat, mean delivering, seeking consensus before voting. But the firstly, deliberation for finding of the consensus, musyawarah untuk mendapatkan kesepakatan atau mufakat before the process of voting. In the context of democracy Pancasila, firstly must be consensus. Consensus means the agreement from all without voting. Jadi yang dimaksud dengan musyawarah mufakat itu adalah segala keputusan diambil berdasarkan musyawarah dulu, baru memutuskan. If deliberating seeking a consensus is not reached, so the process of voting must be running. Kalau musyawarah mufakat tidak bisa ditempuh, maka proses selanjutnya adalah voting. That's number one. And the second point is representation. Konsep perwakilan. Representation here means decision via elected bodies that reflect the people. As we know that we elect the parliament, people representative assembly. Kita memilih perwakilan kita di DPR, DPRD 1, DPRD 2. Itu adalah perwakilan rakyat. Where the parliament represent a people in each zona. In Java, East Java, West Java, in Sukabumi also we have parliament members who representing of people from Sukabumi. Jadi masing-masing daerah zona itu punya perwakilan anggota. What is the main function of parliament members? Of course, they have to do what people need, what people want, what people wish. Jadi tentu yang namanya wakil, tujuannya, manfaatnya, kegunaannya adalah untuk mewakili the people aspiration. The size, if you have an aspiration, you can share or give your aspiration to the members of the parliament who representing of the zone, or representing of the regional. Jadi nanti kalau Anda punya permasalahan, Anda punya aspirasi sebagai rakyat, we are people. Kita ini semua rakyat. Who elect the parliament members every 5 years? Who elect the president, vice president? Nah, sebagai perwakilan rakyat, parliament member must have to or must do what people want, what people need, based on people aspiration, based on people want, people wish. Jadi namanya perwakilan rakyat, jadi harus menjalankan amanah-amanah rakyat. Okay, this is the point. And then number 3, the key point is the moral spiritual basis. It possesses respect, belief in God and ethics. Dalam konteks demokrasi di Indonesia, demokrasi Pancasila, basisnya adalah moral spiritual. Spiritual related to the connecting with God, to Allah SWT. Policies, respect, belief in God and ethics. Jadi berbentuk kebijakannya harus menghargai yang namanya keyakinan seseorang terhadap Tuhan Yang Maha Esa. Because in number 1 principle of Pancasila is belief in a God, belief in one God. Kemanusiaan, ketuhanan Yang Maha Esa. We believe, every people believe, Indonesian people believe to only one God. For Muslim, it's called Allah. For Christianity, it's called Allah. Whatever it's calling, we believe in only a God or one God, not more than a one God. Because this the principle of Indonesia based on the Pancasila in the 5 principle. Karena memang yang kita pegang adalah prinsip Pancasila, demokrasi Pancasila, artinya demokrasi yang menerapkan nilai-nilai ajaran-ajaran yang terkandung dalam 5 dasar dalam Pancasila. Unity or persatuan and spatial cohesion matter in decision making. And policies aim to equitable welfare for all, just and social justice for all. Keadilan sosial untuk semua. It means that social justice is not only for a certain group, for the family, for the community, certain community, but the social justice, social welfare must be for all people of Indonesia, not only for a small group of people or for the majority. I mean that even they are from the minority, the justice, the fairness must be for all. Jadi keadilan harus berlaku untuk semua tanpa terkecuali. Even they are minority. Walaupun minoritas, walaupun tidak banyak, tapi keadilan harus equal for majority and also for the minority, for all people of Indonesia. And the last one is rule of law. Jadi salah satu straight point of the democracy of Pancasila is rule of law. Constitutional limits and power. We have a constitution. The basic constitution of Indonesia is Undang-Undang Dasar 1945. 1945 Constitution. There are so many chapters, so many explanations about how we must atau how we have to do something. The government do, what the people must do, the government must do. It must be related to the Constitution. Jadi semua kebijakan, all policies of the government, semua aturan, all the rules that must be obeyed by the people are from Constitution. Because our nation, our state are based on the Constitution, based on law. If you are breakdown of the law, if you are broken of the law, yeah, so of course there has the punishment. Whoever, not only for the elderly people, but also for all the people of Indonesia. What makes a Pancasila democracy distinct with others? Apa yang menyebabkan Pancasila ini berbeda dengan demokrasi pada umumnya? So at least there are 4 points that important. Number 1 is decision style. Number 2 is value frame. Number 3 is balance. Number 4 is a goal. Decision style here means that prioritizes the consensus and harmony first, then voting if needed. Jadi karakteristik yang membedakan demokrasi Pancasila dan demokrasi lain, kita mengutamakan musyawarah mufakat dalam keharmonisan. Setelah itu baru voting. One man, one vote. Baru voting itu artinya pemilihan dengan memilih masing-masing memiliki hak pilih. Musyawarah dan mufakat is number 1. Prioritize of consensus and harmony is number 1. It is the democracy of Pancasila. Number 2, the value frame. What does it mean by the value frame? Value frame here embeds religious moral values, unity and social justice in public policy. Jadi konteks of embedded religious moral values ini adalah bagaimana dalam konteks demokrasi kita selalu memegang teguh nilai-nilai moral, nilai-nilai agama, nilai-nilai religius, nilai-nilai persatuan, nilai-nilai keadilan. Jadi konsep of demokrasi of Pancasila, because as the value frame, masih embedded of religious moral values, unity, social justice, and public policy. The third point is the balance. What is the main by the balance? Balance here means that protecting right while stressing civic responsibility and community welfare. Jadi harus keseimbangan melindungi hak-hak setiap orang. Masing-masing punya hak asasi manusia dan we have to protect it. And the last one is the goal, not only procedural fairness, but outcome that strengthen cohesion and equality. Jadi tujuannya tentu adalah bukan hanya keadilan yang prosedural, tapi bagaimana menghasilkan kesamaan, memperkuat kesamaan, memperkuat kebersamaan dalam keindonesiaan kita. Okay. There are some principles of democracy actually. Number one is the control of government decision. It's mean here is the government is elected officially by people. So we give the mandate for the government, for the president to govern of Indonesia, to be leader in Indonesia. Yeah, elected officially acts on the voters' mandate. And power is institutional, not personal. Dan kekuasaan itu adalah institusional, not personal. And policies follow constitutional and legal rules. Dan every single policies must follow must constitutionally and legal reference. Jadi kebijakan apapun harus mengacu kepada peraturan perundang-undangan yang berlaku di negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia. And the second principle is a free and fair election. The concept of democracy must be free and fair. It will be direct, universal, free, secret voting. We call as the luber, langsung, umum, bebas, rahasia. Direct mean that directly people can elect directly, and it is a universal, umum, general, free, secret. The process of election, when the people give the voting, must be secret and must be free. Don't, because of the intimidation, they choose someone. No, don't do or elect people or vote people because of the money politics, because of the only for the power, because of the promise that given by the candidate. Yeah, it's okay. Promise is okay, but how can the promise one day will be realized is mostly important thing. Jadi pemilihan memilih itu harus berdasarkan hati nurani, kebebasan, berdasarkan integritas siapa yang kita mau pilih. Bukan karena politik uang, bukan karena hal-hal lain, tapi karena orang itu layak untuk kita pilih, punya kemampuan, punya integritas yang baik. Voters need accurate information in candidate. Dan setiap pemilih memerlukan informasi yang akurat dari para kandidat. Jadi kandidat must be open. Ya, right now yang lagi ramai sekarang ada calon yang dipertanyakan, ada calon yang terpilih dan dipertanyakan keberadaan ijazahnya. Itu jangan sampai begitu. The public people have a right to know the candidate. Punya hak untuk tahu siapa calonnya. Is the candidate is the positive integrity, have the ability, have the capacity, or not. It is most important. And number 3 is the right to vote and to run. Hak untuk memilih dan dipilih. Every single person have the right to vote and to be voted. If you are adult, you can vote. You are upper than 17 years old, like student of university, have the right to vote. Your vote is one vote, one person. Whoever have one voice, one vote. President has one vote. Student has one vote. Farmers one vote. Whoever, one vote for every citizen. Jadi semua rakyat punya satu suara. Siapapun, mau miskin, mau kaya, mau pejabat, mau PTP, suaranya sama. Eligible citizen can run for the office. Tentu yang memiliki syarat untuk memilih. like the age must be up 17 years old up, uh, not under 17 years. If the under 17, you have no right to vote, to be voters. Broad participation improve presentation. Jadi berpartisipasi secara luas untuk memperkaya, memperluas perwakilan. Jadi semua kita diberikan hak untuk berpartisipasi dan berkewajiban untuk berpartisipasi dalam proses pemilihan. Rakyat punya hak, tapi boleh juga untuk tidak memilih atau abstain. You have right to vote. You have also right to unvote. If you don't want to vote, it's okay. But it's better if you are a good citizen, you have to give your vote in every general election, in every process of election. Yeah, parliament members election maybe, or governor or president election, etc. And freedom of expression. One of principles of democracy is freedoms of expression. It means the citizen may voice ideas, criticism, and proposal. Jadi warga negara itu punya suara, dapat memberikan masukan kritikan, dapat memajukan usulan-usulan kepada siapa? Parliament member. You can propose something, you can give me ideas, criticize of the parliament members. Even you can also sharing their ideas to the government in order to follow what the people need, what the citizen need to do. Jadi presiden siapapun adalah must listen of the voice from the people, not only voice of the leader of the parties, political parties. Tapi the voice from people is must be heard, must be followed up. Not only theoretic, but must be in the context of realization. Harus direalisasikan, bukan hanya teori-teori mau-mau, promise only, but how the promise must be real, must be reality. Access information and association. Every citizen have a right to access information, and there is an open access to public information. Is the principle of democracy. Freedom to form parties. Kita punya kebebasan untuk membuat partai, NGOs, LSM, or perkumpulan associate emphasize the citizen voice. And form of democracy is a parliamentary versus presidential. What is the difference between parliamentary and presidential form of democracy? Parliamentary, PM, Prime Minister, accountability to a parliament, not confident votes. Okay. Presidential present head state and government. Jadi parliamentary itu, Perdana Menteri itu punya kekuasaan terhadap parlemen. Sedangkan presidential, president head state and government. Presiden itu berkuasa memimpin negara dan pemerintah. Check and balances ensure accountability. Sehingga proses check and balance, penyeimbangan untuk menjaga keseimbangan supaya pemerintahan berjalan fair, maka harus ada yang namanya check and balances in the process of governance. Yeah, if we go to the defining democracy, I explained before, democracy come from demo, people, kratos, rule. Government of, by, and for the people. Yeah, government of, by, and for the people. Government of people, by the people, and for the people. The protect freedom, speech, religion, assembly. Jadi prinsip demokrasi itu dari, oleh, dan untuk rakyat, protect freedom and speech, religion, assembly, uphold law and minority right. I think that's point, yeah. It's related to the concept of democracy. Hopefully you get the point, and thank you very much for your attention because of the time limit, since the Zoom is only 40 minutes today. Thank you, and see you in the next meeting. If you have question, go to the group to raise your hand, to write your question, and I will explain in the group. Thank you, and see you in the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, Bapak.
I open the question.